They were holding a mock battle in the schoolyard.
いけいけガンガン押し込めプレミアムな陣形を乱すな小隊長同士の連携ができてないわねやってるね若者たち
Yeah, watch them. You're no older.
外はスポーツうちは勉強どちらも学生として素敵です
Right.
では夏休みの特別授業を始めていきます
Gale Sensei was a talented teacher. Spending time in his classroom would shorten the time I need to spend studying. Though it was summer break, students who'd made the same decision filled the classroom.
マルさんと勉強できるとは嬉しいなはいお嬢様筆記用具などで困ったことがあれば何でも言ってください
Students had assembled from every which class.
早く終わらせて多摩川で半裸で遊び回ってる子供たちが事故らないか優しく見守る日課に帰りてえな
I'm going to put this fool in jail.
通報しておきましょうか
Yes, please.
もうハゲは喋らない方がいいね
You definitely.
何を見てるの
ヤマトをぼーっとね
恋する乙女ってやつ今夜はお赤飯だね
くなおえあそこまで弁慶虜にしてあんな美人と毎日ツリーお神様弁慶を彼女にできたら幸せだろうなヤマトとボディチェンジできないかな
Well, how about you guys stop sitting on your ass and actually learn how to woo women? Damn.
弁慶めすっかり女の顔で直江君を誘って
The hell? This always happens, but that doesn't make their gaze any less terrifying sometimes.
ななヤマトお前を男と見込んで頼みがある
No!
弁慶のエロい写真売ってくれよみんなの共有財産にさせてくれよ
I died first. I
や
died
っぱり
first.
ダメか
I died first. Fuck. And there were cursed letters in my shoe locker to boot. Good grief. All of this brought home how high level my girlfriend was. And that's what happened.
こんなめんどくさがりが人気とはありがたいことだ
I moved my fingers all over her soft feminine flesh. It's because when push comes to shove, you always come out strong.
私も女子連中から嫉妬の目を向けられるぞ
If you're going to give me lip service, how about you make it more physical? There are definitely some girls who would look envious at her. Miyako is one thing. Miyako is just one of them, I mean. I stretched my hands towards the provocative valley of her bosom and felt it up.
本当なんだけどな特定の女子に嫉妬されてるの
Certain girls, well, that does sound more convincing. Spirit Sensei was absent, busy with agency work, so she was free to wait on me completely.
ヤマトの胸も揉んでみよう
She traced her fingertips across my chest. That feels kind of good. Benkei, Kawakami water?
はーい
Benkei filled her mouth with the water, then...
どうぞ
Oh, Jesus Christ. Then she delivered it to me mouth to mouth. Lately, when doing this, we'd use no cuts besides our mouths. As I patted her head, I spoke. Before, when I got home, I found a strand of hair on my clothes. I wondered for a second whose it was, but a hair's breath later, I knew it was yours, and then I laughed.
じゃあもっとつけよう
She's like a shag. Benkei rubbed her head against me like a kitty. There. As I humored her, I began fondling her breast.
ちょっと
Oh shit.
もうヤマトはこの間部屋で触ったでしょ
Yeah, it's about to go down now. But we had to call it quits partway through. I want to do it again.
ダメここは学びよ
Are you
ど
sure?
うしても
Yet the tones of Benkei's voice were as tempting as ever if I kept forcing my way forward. No, that would be wrong. I had to consider her too. Okay.
冗談だよしょぼんとして可愛い
Alright, we're doing this then. Kidding? Benkei sealed my lips with her own and stuck her tongue within my mouth. We slurped down each other's saliva.
今度は私の番っていうことでどうかな
Your turn to what? Your turn? Oh, God, Lord. As we entwined our tongues, Benkei brought her hand to my erect member. But Benkei, that's...
ここのちくわ味見しちゃおうかな
That's not a fish paste roll. She probed it through my pants and I gulped down the saliva in
ど
my
う
mouth.
確かにこの前は中途半端だったし我慢できなくさせた責任は取るよ
With those words, Benkei caressed my crotch with her fingers. It'll taste a bit different from your run-of-the-mill fish stew roll, you know.
そりゃあソムリエ的には楽しみだすでに硬すぎだからねこのちくわは
With those words, Benkei reached down towards my
ヤマ
belt.
トのをこうして脱がす日が来るなんてね
She unclicked my belt, then laid her fingers on my zipper.
硬くなったちくわが邪魔してるぞ
With a bit of difficulty, she unzipped my fly. But Benkei, what exactly are you planning to do? I lifted up my hips, assisting Benkei in removing my pants. Oh, my bad. I hastily turned off my
そう
phone.
だね邪魔されたくないもんね
I am so parched right now. Don't worry, I switched it off.
じゃあゆっくり
Let's do this! As she spoke, Benkei laid her hands on my underwear. This summer, I finally just... I pinned Benkei down where she lay.
私を押し倒すなんて
I'm gonna make love to you.
優しくする
I promise. We came to the school again today. The spectacular column of clouds left no doubt summer had arrived. Posted on the walls of the corridors were the results of the mock battles. More people had gathered here to see them than had come for the test
よ
results.
しうちのチーム成績だんだん上がってきたわあとは松永先輩のチームを抜くだけだなやっぱり戦の天才がいると違うわね和子さんが勇敢に攻め込んでくれるからだ義経も英雄としての責務を果たせているのでほっとする早くもチームの定員はマックスだしいい感じプレミアムな私のチームが最下位なんて
Wow. Looks like they're getting excited over the mock battles.
暑い中ご苦労様ですこと
Benkei and I held hands as we moved through the
ニ
hallway.
ヤニヤ
What are you smiling
彼
about?
氏の顔を見ていると自然とにやける
I wanted to spend all the time with her that I could.
直江先輩
Hey!
こんにちはサビナのおひたしその悔しいことに模擬戦がなかなか勝てません
Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of factors behind
義
that.
経先輩のチームには入ってないですよね はじめは義経のチームに席だけ置こうとも思ったけど。
But look at how popular they are. There is no space for two people who never show up.
主が加入してからのチームは無敗らしいから、あんま手伝うところないし、何よりヤマトといる方が楽しいね。
So that said, good luck.
そこをなんとか二人とも我が軍に加わってくれませんか？幽霊でも構いません。あと30人は入れるチームなので、はい。そしたら主と戦わなくちゃいけない。私は義経にそんなことしないよ。義経がショックで泣いちゃうからね。
No, she wouldn't. I'm gonna just tell you guys that now. No, she would not. Like Benkei said, we're not going to fight in the mock battles.
そうですか。プレミアムに残念です。もしお考えが変わればご一報ください。
She patted
あら
off.
ら。なんだか落ち込んでるね。
Her team is at the bottom of the barrel. While my sisters seem too engrossed with battling martial artists masters to participate here, if she joined, the balance of power would disintegrate. I briefly parted ways with Benkei and headed towards 2F. The classroom was nice and cool. The moment I arrived, Yonpachi dragged me to the
ち
corner of the
ょ
room.
っと話しようぜ、ヤマト。
What's this
な
about?
んかお前、少しいい男になってね。
Where'd that come from? I'm not into dudes.
そうじゃなくて、こう、顔に色気が出てきてる。まさかお前、大人の階段登ったの？俺まだ1階だよ。
I've thundered up through steps. Right now, I'm around step 35.
だけ高すぎるよ、お前。
Yonpachi crumbles to his knees. To the tone of the periodic shouts heard from the courtyard, the two of us kicked back and relaxed. It went without saying that we had the AC on at full blast. I'll have to respond to this text, plus the next one.
川上水。
I replied to the text after text while drinking the Kawakami water poured for me. Meanwhile, Benkei fawningly rubbed her cheeks against my chest. Okay, I've cleared my inbox. Benkei, how about another cup of water? She stuffed her cheeks with the stuff. Then I kissed her crimson lips and sucked away. Her lips were endlessly sweet and soft. And the water poured from her mouth to mine. We wound our moistened tongues together and fooled around. My hands had already reached towards Benkei's able bosom. I began to grope her.
ヤマト。
We'd slept together many a night since our first time making love. However odd though it was coming from me, I wanted to be even closer. And by all appearances, Benkei concurred. We simply didn't really have a place to relax. Our only option was love hotels, but those were expensive.
大好きだよ。
But this time, we should be able to get busy right here. As Benkei kissed me, she began to remove her
おじ
clothes.
さんです。入りますよ。
He came at the wrong time. Oh well. A line of saliva bound our tongues together.
いいね。入るよ。大丈夫？
You don't have to be that
おっ
considerate.
しゃ。つまんねえ。インチキおじさん登場だ。
Please quit with the self-demeaning humor.
だってお前、俺がお前の立場だったら先生邪魔だと思うよ。
You definitely
こ
are.
んちーす。
Benkei continued to nestle listlessly
そ
against
ん
me.
なお前たちにいい知らせを持ってきたぜ。 天神館の鍋島館長って覚えてるか？
忘れようがないインパクトだよね。
Benkei brushed every one of her habits was so sexy.
鍋島さんがね、決闘の時に言ってた発言をそろそろ実行に移したいんだと。
なんか言ってたっけ？
宿や食事は確保してあるから九州に遊びに来ないかだってさ。
Oh. Benkei and I turned towards each other, then smiled. This was sure to let the two of us flirt to our heart's content. Too bad Benkei is going to be a little Yoshitsune starved. Few days remained in summer break. Invited by Nabashima-san, we took a vacation to Kyosho's hot spring. We'd come here in the name of student exchange, so we were wearing our uniforms more often than not, but that was no problem at all. Nabegatsuki Falls, Kumamoto Prefecture.
おお、滝の裏側に回れるなんて面白いね、ここ。鍋島さんも素敵な場所ば教えてくれたたい。
What the heck kind of accent was that? The ground's slippery here, so be careful.
余裕余裕。滝の裏で飲むとまた格別。
She gulped down her glass. Not even at a time like this would Benkei get to drink.
水しぶきが気持ちいい。マイナスイオンびっしりだね。
It's a beautiful sight. I can see why they use it for
こう
commercials.
いうところをいろいろとヤマトと見ていきたいな。
She swung her hand about, pulling mine along with it. Yeah, that sounds fun. Let's head a bit further and youch! I clanged my head against a rock hanging from the ceiling.
ほらら、大丈夫ヤマト。
And don't make such a big deal out of this. You're the same height as me, so be
は
careful.
いな。しっとりしているところだから元気出てくるね。髪の毛も常に潤ってるし。
Yeah, you're right. This seaweed is doing really well.
しかし九州はずるいな。食べ
Only
物も
Yamato
美味
could
しい
get away
し
with calling it
見ど
seaweed.
ころもいっぱいなんて。
The ice cream we'd eaten at the stand up top had been scrumptious. I can't believe how close to Fukuoka airport is to the urban areas.
熊本の黒いマスコットも可愛いし。
You like that sort of
いい
thing?
んじゃない？間が抜けてて牧歌的で。
Hey, want to buy a souvenir on the way home?
主も喜びそう。そうだ。主といえば写真送ってあげよう。
Be careful that the spray from the waterfall doesn't soak and ruin your
ち
phone.
ょっと待ったお前たち
Ah, shit. Given that uniform, all you students at Tenjin Academy. A crowd of them had appeared thirsting for
武
blood.
蔵坊弁慶よくも館長を倒してくれたな。
あの本屋対決の時のことか。
Uh-huh.
男ともども我ら天神の怒りを受け取るがいい。
問答無用。ヤマトまで狙おうとするなんて許せないな。
Oh, shit.
行くぞ天神合体
Another fusion? Using ground gymnastics, the students of Tenjin Academy combined to form what looked like a single living creature.
吹き飛ばす。すごい。
Benkei gathered her strength and punched.
ちょっとごめんよ
Though Benkei's strength was renowned, he easily stopped her with a single hand.
お前たちもよさねえか
A single roar sufficed to send the Tenjin students
気
flying.
持ちは嬉しいがやめてくれよ館長なぜここにハチからの情報でなお前たちがここを向かってるのを知った、
こそこそ動いても闇に生きる忍びの目はごまかせぬ。館長でも俺たち悔しいんです。館長は俺たちの誇りだったのに。
館長を倒したやつが許せなくて
自力で勝っててもな、スルッと負けちまう時もある。それも勝負の面白さってもんさ。
He's telling the truth about that.
俺は真っ向勝負の怠慢で負けたんだ。敵を打ってくれるなら正面から怠慢だろ。
すみません。
You better be.
ごめんな、弁慶ちゃんよ。よく言って聞かせるからよ。
疲れているんですね、鍋島さん。
That's not something I'd expect to see back at Kawakami Academy.
私の拳をああも軽々と止めるとは。やっぱりすごい人だ。
Remember, he scaled the wall.
詫びと言っちゃなんだが、これから車を出すで好きに足で使ってくれよ。
俺もガイドとして同行する。何でも聞いてくれ。
You, can guide us?
忍法によってできる。
おお、さすが忍者。
They're very useful. The two people from Tenjin Academy had served us as a chauffeur, bodyguard, and as a guide. And that was how we visited all the famous landmarks. When the day came to an end, we slept at a gorgeous inn. Since it was in a secluded neck of the woods, Benkei and I were surely in for some quiet time
俺
together.
と艦長はこれより帰還する。あさってまでここでゆるりと過ごすがいい。
Yeah, thanks for everything
こ
today.
ちらは長宗我部からの差し入れだ。
Hey. It was a fish paste roll from Shinkoku.
弁慶の好物と聞いていたので選んだそうだ。
Chosukabe, huh? If we became friends, he'd probably bend over backwards for us.
そういう男だ。手前味噌だがなかなかの器だぞ。それと夜飲むであろう川上水とちくわ以外のつまみ各種をすでに買っておいた。
He passed to us a heavy plastic bag. We were being treated like royalty. Ninjas sure are something.
のんびりできそうな部屋だね。
There's an open air bath over
部
that
屋に
way.
ついているってことは素晴らしい。お、トイレが2つもあるのか、この部屋。規模でか。
All the same, Nabeshima-san got a lot of fortitude, huh? Not
九
fortune.
州へ遊びに来いと本屋対決の時に言われたけど、その言葉を覚えていてきっちり実行に移すとはね。
I think he taught us something important when it comes to personal relationships. As I spoke, I stroked Benkei's hips. We can laze about, just you and me.
この部屋、痴漢がいる。
Benkei looked towards the courtyard while I groped her ass. A beautiful sight. While gazing at the yard, I embraced her from behind. But not half as pretty as you. It's just us in here. I felt up her breast while I
ヤ
spoke.
マト、いきなりお風呂入っちゃおうか。
Sure. I looked into the
そ
yard.
こ動きが鈍いぞ。
Looks like there's a familiar face around.
だよね。あれ、丸切ってだよね。
It looks like we stumbled across a certain nation's special forces training session. Shoot, don't make eye
いや
contact.
もう遅いよ。ほら。
Whoa, she's glaring straight at us. Let's back off from the window and act like we didn't see
なん
anything.
と、やはり弁慶たちでしたか。
Whoa, you came in through the window like it was
なん
nothing.
という奇遇。
Like it was nothing.
どうしてこちらに？
Acquaintances of ours from Kyushu who favored us with an
天
invitation.
神館の連中ですか？それならば納得できる。ここの裏山は絶好の修行ポイントです。
I see. I had no idea this land was beloved by martial
という
artists.
ことで弁慶、私と戦いなさい。
何かにつけてしつこいね。私はヤマトとベタベタしに来ただけだもの。
Benkei moved to embrace me. You heard the lady.
やれやれ。
Disgusted, Margit-san left. Well, Margit-san was an adult. After that encounter, she stopped meddling in our affairs. Maybe I should send word about this Azumi-san's way just in case. For the time being, I resolve to forget about Margit-san and have fun. I think it's about
ただい
time.
ま
Benkei returned looking slick. Did you enjoy the beauty salon?
最高だった
Nabeshima-san had prepared our lodging, and so I used the travel funds I'd saved to treat Benkei to a trip to a local beauty parlor. That's great, but I found one downside. I have nothing to do.
その分今日は私が頑張るよ
You don't
い
mean?
いエステおごってくれたお礼
Oh, then I'll go take a quick bath.
待ってるよ
Having a hot spring attached to our room was brilliant. I'd have to enter alongside Benkei sometime later. Ah, what a wonderful bath. I returned feeling warm and
お
bouncy.
かえりなさい
Benkei slid up next to me easy as could be and planted a kiss on my lips. So this is my thank you. A second after that thought, my penis sprung to action.
ヤマト大好き
I was wearing nothing below the waist. So Benkei got on her knees and
多分いっぱいしようね
all hail hot springs. Well, things had been chaotic thus far. And I figured Benkei and I would keep flirting the time away.
この時を待っていましたよ武蔵坊弁慶
And then this shit happens. Marcus-san didn't wait a second to tear off her eye patch.
ご託を言ってないでかかってくればいい久喜従者部隊序列1位押したりあずみこの勝負立ち会いをさせてもらうぞルール無用時間無制限格闘一本勝負始めはっ
Marcus-san's whirlwind roundhouse kick slammed square into Benkei's
聞か
temple.
ないぬるいぞ軍人
As she took the kick, Benkei pounded her fist into her foe, sending Marcus-san flying within the raging storm. Shit, why did it come to this? The day we were to return home, a tremendous typhoon made landfall. The storm sirens blurred and we were forced to remain indoors. Looks like we'll have to extend our reservations for another night. When I spoke to someone from the inn, she said Nabeshima-san would transfer the money from his account, so there was no need for us to worry about the bill. Even his aftercare left nothing to be
台
desired.
風かこの時期は確かにね
Still, this one's a biggie. Landslides have blocked some of the train
で
tracks.
もすぐ帰れるよね
I heard the repair work might drag on. Well, let's be glad that the roads being ruined is the worst that happened, and that no one lost their lives. Well, on the other hand, we get to take it easy. I embrace Benkei.
あ
Wanna do it?
今はそんな気分でもない
What's wrong? Benkei had seemed weird ever since learning that we couldn't head
義
home.
経が心配でならないんだ義経は私がいないとそわそわするからな
I think it's the other way around. So said the girl visibly flustered.
今まで3日以上会わないことはなかった大丈夫かな義経
She does sort of have Yoichi there with her. She'll be fine.
でもなんとかして帰れないものか
Doesn't it seem weird? If anyone's restless, it's you. I see. I've now learned one new thing about you. I've just realized that little Miss Spoiled Benkei actually babies up to Yoshitsune.
いやいやまさかあれでもまさかそうなのそういうことなの
Probably. Of course, I'm sure Yoshitsune loves you too. But that's not really a bad thing. I patted Benkei on the head. However, from now on, you can rely on me. I thumped my chest.
そうか。少しショックだ。
Did you ever hear a word I said?
Yoshitsune
Did you
まで
even hear a word I said?
甘えん坊弁慶だったのか。
Hey, where are you
ちょっ
going?
と頭冷やしてくる。
ちくしょう。まさか台風がこっち来るとは。
安住が来たせいで台風です。嵐を呼ぶ女ですか？
あたいのせいかよ。むしろ被害者なのに。お前と弁慶が旅行先で鉢合ったって言うから、なんかやべえと様子見に来ただけなのに。
Right.
さっさと戻って秀夫様に仕えて。ふはははって笑ってほしい。ふははは。てめえ舐めてんのか？
舐めてはいないが、喧嘩は売ってます。
Oh, she picking a
体
fight.
力を持て余してまして。やれやれ。ほう。何やらブルーそうですね。武蔵坊弁慶。
Where the hell did you even come from? You just zoomed right to her.
台風が来て暇です。なんなら手合わせしますか？
了見盛りすぎだろ。
そうだね。
っておい、受けるのかよ。
Yep.
少し確かめたいこともあるし、やろうか。本人が受けると言った。これで無理やり勝負をふっかけたことにはなりませんね。
Right.
こりゃ、あたいが立ち会いしねえとやばそうだな。
And thus the present scenario, apparently. In the end, I guess they couldn't avoid that clash. I wanted Benkei to win, but
は
Benkei continued her overbearing
ぁ、コン
charge.
ファームアルシュトローム。
The chaotic dance of Margit's weapons stopped Benkei in her
こ
tracks.
んなもの
Again, Benkei tried to force her way through.
強引すぎる。拳の雨に濡れろ。
The veritable storm of blows slammed into Benkei again and again. You're using that?
させません。トーファーストレート。
Margit San's attack sent Benkei
そ
flying.
れまで勝者丸切ってエーベルバッハ。当然です。弁慶は戦い方荒すぎだろう。どうしたんだ？
Benkei, are you alright? You sure gotten yourself roughed up.
グーで
But the damage seemed likely to heal soon, unsurprisingly given who she was.
力が出ない。川上水は飲んでるのに認めざるを得ないかな。今の私には義経分が足りないんだ。
That is weird. That is a thing.
しくしく依存していた。だって義経大事なんだもん。
I guess sometimes you can love someone too much. Well, it won't get that severe. I thumped my chest. From now on, we'll fill the hole in your heart with Yamato-ness.
ヤマト。
I am your man. I patted her head, soothing her. What's wrong? Benkei grabbed the hand that had been patting her head and stuck my fingers in her moist mouth. Playing the baby to me. Okay, fondle me as much as you like. I'll accept it all. When we went to bed, she grazed her fingers next to her on her futon, next to me on the futon. She clearly wanted me to sleep by her side.
添い寝して
I
ほ
don't know
し
what
い
the。hell. Fine by me. Don't you guys sleep together anyways? Benkei quickly clung to me the instant I got under the covers.
私たちクローンは子供の頃いろんな試験をあらかたトリオで受けさせられたんだ。主従関係の強化なんだろうけど 強化しすぎた結果がこれだよ。義経決めたい。
She's not a drug, you know.
それはまあ冗談としてね。ほんとショックでさ、負けたのも追い打ちだった。やっぱり悔しいもんだね、負けるの。
Well, yeah. Tears had welled up in her eyes, so I tickled her cheek. After how overbearing you fought, of course you lose. You lost. I didn't think she'd tear up about it. That's how much of a fighter she is.
骨がきしむほど抱きしめてみて。
Oh, Benkei! Squeeze.
これも好きかも。でもやっぱりこれが落ち着くかな。
She had guided my hand to her hair, which I dutifully stroked.
ヤマト。
She clung to my chest. Sorry, but I have to go to the bathroom.
寂しいよ。
How clingy can you get?
冗談だよ。
Liar, you meant every word. I'll be back soon. Once she started thinking of herself as spoiled, she was spoiled in spades. She'd wanted to act spoiled all this time. But Yoshitsune and Yoichi weren't really the kind of people you could find upon. Maybe she'd been holding it all in. The next day, Benkei remained glued to me. I peeled her off like a piece of duct tape. What's wrong?
一晩ヤマトと一緒にいて、なんだかちょっと体調がいいというか、気分がいいというか、とりあえず気持ちは安定したみたい。
Wow, well that's fantastic
帰
news.
るまでは開き直って飲もう。
There isn't much else to do. It wasn't for a few days that we finally headed home. By the time we did, the second semester had already begun. And when everyone found out we'd spend the days together at the hot spring resort, my ears turned
おかえり、
beet
ベン
red.
ケイ。おかえり、お兄ちゃん。心配したが、二人とも無事なら何よりだ。
Sure enough, it seemed Yoshitsune hadn't been over
し
worried.
かし、なんで川上に帰ってきてから島津寮で一泊してきたんだ？帰れる状態でも、あえて我慢してみたんだ。最愛の人のおかげで、それも成功した。とにかく、初めて数日以上離れて分かったよ。やはり、義経は偉大な主だ。
You really are my noble master.
なんだいきなり、何があったんだ？これは少し心を入れ替えないとね。もうちょっとちゃんとしてみるよ。
Benkei whispered
こ
humbly.
れもお兄ちゃん効果なんだろうか。
Interesting.
私と再戦したいと？そう。もちろんせかさないから。気が向いたら声をかけてね。いえ、軍人たるもの。何度でも相手してやろう。感謝しなさい。
おいおい、なんだ？いきなり喧嘩か？
It wasn't out of the blue.
実はちょっと前に不覚を取ってね。
弁慶が負けた？
それを公衆の面前で言うか。
Yep. Murmurs filled 2S.
リベンジしに来たのさ。そういうのすらめんどくさがるタイプだと思ってました。まあ源氏一党のメンツがあるからね。では表に出なさい。皇帝で決闘です。
おい、皇帝で珍しく弁慶が決闘だとよ。
ほう、それは見ものではないか。
You're challenging her already, Benkei? The loss must have been nagging at her. I headed with the rest of my class towards the yard. Margit and Benkei, two women bounded by fate from the moment they met, faced off.
さん頑張れー。弁慶ファイトだー。
Choruses of cheers rose from the two fighters. Many had turned out to see Benkei take the
し
field.
かしまさか弁慶が負けていたとはのう。恋にうつつを抜かしてしまったか。情けない。にょなんじゃ。
では両者ベストを尽くすように。Let's fight! Go!
トンファーキック
Marcus' roundhouse kick slashed up like a playing fire from a tornado, but Benkei
今
blocked.
度はきちっと防いできたか。
Then she scooped up Marcus' airborne leg and threw her. A huge gap opened up between the warriors.
今の一瞬の攻防。うん。欧州の天才と日本の英雄。ドリームマッチだよこれは。尺状をプレゼントしよう。
Okay, she threw her staff, the same technique she'd used in a battle against Nabeshima. As if shot out of a cannon, it flew and Marcus
トンファーシールド
parried beautifully with her tonfa armaments with undeniable defense, strength rivaling the catacombs of old.
濡れるぜ。尺状系をトンファー系で防ぎやがった。
Too much info.
見たか。これこそマルさんのトンファー。攻防自在だ。トンファーってすごい武器なのね。
Right.
弁慶がいない。
And she taken the fleeting opening to vanish from sight.
軍事式島
Hey, by the time Margit realized Benkei had wound her arms around her waist, it was already too late.
バックブレーカー。
それまで勝者武蔵坊弁慶。
これで1勝1敗だね。さすが弁慶で候。見事で候。
マルギってもガードすごかったわよ。
二人ともますますファンになったぞ。
A wave of cheers swelled from the onlookers.
深くを取りました。
大丈夫かマルさん。
ええ、体力的には余裕さえあります。しかし頭を狙われ気絶しては意味がない。目が覚めた？よかったよかった。
It was a backbreaker, so I thought they would make a slam noise, but they made a rip noise.
多分だけど、一度勝っていたからか、心のどこかにおごりがあったんじゃないのかな。本当の丸切手はあんなもんじゃないはず。敗者は何も語る資格がありません。ただ一つ、良ければ1勝1敗ということでまた決闘をしてください。いいよ、また戦おう。今度の戦いは完全燃焼しそうだね。はい、お互いに。
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
なんだかライバルみたいなのできた。
Hey, Europe's child prodigy and Benkei, huh? You certainly do make a fine
し
pair.
っかり勝てたよ、ヤマト。見てた？
Yep, you were cool out there.
お前のおかげだぞ。
No, I didn't
こ
do
んな手
anything.
のかかる甘えん坊をしっかりと可愛がってくれた。心がお前で満たされているんだ。愛
Benkei.
する者にぜひお礼がしたいな。
What sort of things? She whispered furtively in my
エ
ear.
ッチなことでリクエストを聞いてあげる。
Then there's one thing I had in
す
mind.
ごい食いつきだな。
Yes, he is. The Lazabout Club Room.
気軽に言ったらこの要求だよ。
And thank you kindly. Red Sensei, you're not here, but I apologize all the same. We're again using this place to get down
お
and dirty.
前このポーズ好きだよな。
She was on all fours, her hips thrust out towards
やっぱり
me.
何度しても恥ずかしいな、この格好。
Her cheeks had blushed. This is the first time I've seen you like this in a school uniform. Normally you take it off first. When I poked her plump ass, she bashfully shook it side to side. It is an extremely stimulating sight, I said, filling her up. Despite my penis having been in and out of her asshole, she as studiously licked it clean all the same. She sucked out the juices remaining in my urethra until I gave the word she wouldn't pull away from my crotch. But if I were to stop patting her head, she'd grumble. Therefore, the pats on her head could never stop. This caused Benkei to happily resume her menstruations. With this, well, I know it'll sound conceited, but if I don't marry you and look after you all your life, Benkei-san, could you even live on anymore?
ベンケイちゃん、生きていくことはできるよ。
Oh?
でもそれだけだ。心臓は動いているだけ。あとはお前がいないと。
With those words, she zealously resumed servicing me. Then I guess we really will have to marry. Benkei squeezed my hand ever so tight.
はい、ご注文はいかがしましょう。はい、こちらジントニックですね。
ありがとう。一つ厚かましいお願いがあるんだが、親族が川上学園に通っていてね。なんでも模擬戦で勝てないって嘆いてて、良ければでいいんだが悩みを聞いてあげてくれないか。
Sure.
携帯とかを見ることがなくなった。上の空もない。当たり前といえば当たり前だが素晴らしい。よく成長したな。
You know, Numa-san didn't yell at you, Benkei. Isn't that great?
成長の証、その1だね。
Has he ever actually yelled at you guys though? It's more like he calmly chastises you.
主との連絡を気にしないで済んだ。
Or calmly scolds you. Without me, I think you'd be back to your old
い
tricks.
や、ヤマトをそう心配させたくないからね。夜に会えるとか分かってるなら同じように頑張れるよ。
What a good girl you are, I said, patting her.
撫でるのは尻じゃなくて頭がいいな、この場合。
Yes, yes.
しかし、一連の会話を拾うと、私はダメ人間っぽいな。
Nah, not like you're pretty screwed up. But that's fine. I like you this way.
よし、さらに成長するために今度は明日あれやるよ。
Wow, you're stepping up
こ
fast.
こまで来たらサクッといけるでしょう。多分。
And what was that? Well, the next day after school, mock battles, White Army versus Blue Army.
先輩たち、プレミアムに感謝します。私たち白軍と一緒に戦ってもらえるなんて。
You were the first person to ask me.
さて、暴れるぞ。
We'd chosen to aid and fight with the White Army. Opposing us was the Blue Army, Minamoto Yoshitsune's team.
ベンケイとの対決ね、義経。
うん。ベンケイと真面目にやるのは初めてだ。頑張るぞ。部下をがっかりはさせない。
ベンケイと義経の戦いが見られるとはな。
It could only happen in her route.
弁慶が義経との戦いを拒否してましたからね。
茎としても面白いデータが取れそうですよ。
それでは軍師、指示は任せましたよ。
Okay, let's go. No more letting anyone tell us we're bottom of the barrel.
出陣だ。義経は弁慶を叩く。
The battle opened with a head-on clash between the two
弁
clones.
慶、義経。今までは義経と戦うことなんてありえないと思ってたけど、そういう気持ちが膨らみすぎると、それはそれで身動き取れなくなるんでね。一丁バトって吹っ切れさせてもらう。部下が本気を出して挑んでくるならば、義経はそれを全力で迎え撃つまでだ。
Yoshitsune is gallant. Adorable, seriously. The clash was like a hurricane slamming against a typhoon. Once they squared off in their duel, I left them be. Heck, I couldn't have gotten close to them if I wanted to.
行くわよ、ヤマト。
Wonko's squad thundered towards us in response. Retreat! Retreat as fast as you can!
なんで逃げるの？待て！
If there's one thing a last place team is good at, it's beating out a retreat. Somehow we managed to outrun our pursuer.
意外と早いわね。
Come, chase us down.
突出しすぎた？ちょっと待って。相手はヤマトだし、これは何か作戦があるんじゃ。一旦戻るわよ。
She's pulling back. Now's our chance. All forces turn back around and strike down the enemy's overextended squad.
うわ、すごい圧力。
見事な切り返しですね。これで敵の頭を潰した。
あとは勢いに乗って攻め潰して。
With Wonko's elite eliminated, the rest are nothing much. Charge forth and cry out in triumph. And thus did the battle end with the White Army's victorious. Both Benkei and Yoshitsune had extended all their energy on each other.
義
Expended.
経たちの負けか。してやられてしまったな。さすがお兄ちゃんだ。さて、また自分を乗り越えなくちゃ。
え？
この捕虜め。
Hey, she slapped Yoshitsune with her staff.
ごめんなさい。
すいすい。
Excuse me?
どうヤマト。私、さらに義経への依存から脱出した。
Something about what you're doing feels a tad off. If anything, you're enjoying striking her.
あれ？そっか。これは違うか。
But you've done enough for today and made huge strides.
そうだね。まあ、のんびり変わっていってみるよ。ヤマトばっかりに甘えすぎるのもためだし。
Huh? Do you mean it? You're not simply saying so.
結構甘えるけど、ギリギリで頑張る。
Well, we've got plenty of time. We can make many adjustments over time while taking it easy. Yeah, the carefree life is the best.
なんだかわからないけど、義経も、
Yeah. Let's aim for the slow life where we do what we want. I like that life.